Hello you lot, how's it going? What a bloody brilliant day it is, I can't bloody believe it. Right, and I've just been playing around trying to get this little RC. It's not a little RC car, it's a petrol RC car to run, and I can't get it to run. I'll tell you why, look. The last time I used it, it was running absolutely great, but it was running in sand, and the air filters on these are no good whatsoever. They let through loads of dirt. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. This is made by a company called Roven, and they, for some reason, they get quite a lot of things good. I mean, they make these upgraded shocks, 10mm shocks. They seem to be alright, although they have started leaking after 2 uses, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. They're already leaking on the front, and I don't know, the backs don't look too good either, to be honest. But they do get quite a lot of things right. I mean, it is a bloody good car for the price point of what it is. But after probably about 4 or 5 uses, this engine appears to have lost all compression. So I reckon it might be time to take it apart and see what's going on. I don't know. Maybe it might be the case. Maybe for another day. I'm not really sure yet. Alright, I ended up taking it apart anyway. So, what we've ended up with the piston's actually not that bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. There's quite a bit of grit. I don't know whether you can hear the grit. Listen. We found out that the inside of the filter is actually dirtier than the outside somehow. I don't know how that's happened. There must have been a gap somewhere and the inside was dirtier. We've got the carburetor there still attached to the head. I've got to be careful I don't lose the bolts as I turn it upside down. But it looks like there has been some grit and dirt getting inside there. You can see at the top of the head there, there's like little indents where dirt and grit's been getting in there. But it doesn't seem to be a lot of scoring on the cylinder itself. It doesn't seem to be, I mean, we lost, there was next to no compression. The gasket's definitely seen better days. I want to put this thing back together again. I'm definitely going to have to make a new gasket for it. But there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of stuff bad about it. So where the compression is going is anyone's guess. So, I was expecting it to be a lot worse than that. So my plan was just to simply take the head off, have a look at it, go, yep, that's completely out of it, that's knackered, and take the whole engine out and have to put a new one in it at some point. I've got a subscriber sending me an engine because he's got one of these. I don't know if it's a shorty, but it's one of these, and his engine, it just wouldn't start. I can't remember, he said something about it. It wouldn't start, so he took it out and put himself a new one in, and he said to me, do you want the old one? So I said, alright, that'll be fun to try and get going. If that's in better condition than this one and I can get it going, I'll just put that in here. But this one's definitely, it is what it is. So putting it together. If you want to see the full version, of me taking all this apart and everything, then I'll put a link to that video, probably maybe where the corner, the right hand corner, or maybe in the description, so you can go and see the whole version of me taking it all apart, going through it all and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I was expecting it to be a whole lot worse than it actually is, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't run. Simple as that. We all have a lovely Monday morning. Absolutely cracking. Just look at it. The sun is rising beautifully. It's like, well, I was going to say it's like a new day, but it is a new day. Can't get over. Absolutely amazing, eh? Amazing. Oh, look at that. It's the clock's changed over the weekend, and it's now quite dark in the mornings again. But it won't be long before they start to brighten up again. I just nipped out to the shop before work. Oh, look at all the rubbish. everywhere. Oh man, that's unbelievable, isn't it? All the rubbish. Is it unbelievable or is it unbelievable? I mean, I don't really know whether it's unbelievable or can I believe it. But quite a lot of rubbish everywhere. Shocking. The sky, absolutely gorgeous, man. Love it. Ever like sort of just think to yourself, what an amazing place it is that we are inhabiting at the moment. You know, the planet Earth is absolutely amazing. I mean, I often think it as I'm just going about my day-to-day life. You know, like I showed you earlier on, didn't I? That that petrol RC car that blew up. That I'm repairing. Don't you think that's amazing? You know, that's someone's made that, and even a real actual car. You know. Could you make a real car? Perhaps you are perhaps you work on a production line, or perhaps you rebuild cars, or you make cars yourself. I mean, it's perfectly possible, and I've rebuilt plenty of cars myself. But when it comes to making a car from actual scratch, like you've got nothing to go by, you've got to think, what do you need? You know, you need track rods, you need axles, you need drive shafts, you need calipers, you need the components that go in the calipers, you need there's so many different things, and you've got to make them all fit together. You've got to come up with plans, you've got to come up with plans, drawings. You know, you've got to make each part, you've got to get all the measurements spot on for all the bolt holes to line up, everything to line up. You've got to get it all to work. It's you know, it's an amazing feat of engineering just making a car. Let alone, I mean, today's modern cars are completely out of hand, aren't they? They're completely 100% out of hand. Overcomplicated, don't need to be that complicated. But still, they've been made. Excuse my cough. I'm at the end of some kind of flu. Don't know what it was, but it was a really bad, like, cold. I'm calling it flu because the missus says it's man flu, but she had it as well, but I seem to have it worse. Of course I'm going to have it worse. But anyway, now I just come to the shop, and I'm just sitting here for some reason, just as I normally do, just contemplating. Not contemplating, that's the wrong word. Admiring, that's it, admiring. Just everything. I mean, even that brick wall over there, that brick wall that runs along there, see, that's been there for a very, very long time. Because that was a police station there, and it's now abandoned. It's been abandoned for some 15 or so years. But that brick wall there, that's amazing, isn't it? I mean, it's been made. It's astonishing. And even that little Fiat 500 that we see there, amazing. You know? When you think about it, right? Humans, us. Am I a human or am I an alien? I think I'm a human. Really, we've come a long way. Yeah, we've made buildings, houses, you know, cars, all kinds of structures, you know, bridges and roads, but are they all necessary? Are they all far too overcomplicated? Think about it. I mean, do we really need skyscrapers as tall as they go? Do we really need cars with all this technology in them? No! Technology's got its place. That's in hospitals and things like that. I think, although we are clever, I think we're too clever for our own good. And it's going to end up causing us a lot of trouble. I don't know, man. I'm just speculating. I sit here and I'm lucky enough where I can keep a blank mind a lot of the time. I do find myself being very thankful of that. I know there's a lot of people out there that can't keep a blank mind, whereas I can. And I can just go to a shop, as I have now. I'm sitting in the car park to said shop, and I've got my iron brew for the day, This is my drink for the day. I chose it myself. Walked in the shop, looked at the shelf and said to myself, what am I going to have to drink today? And a lady next to me said, I don't know, what are you going to have? And I said, I don't know yet, I'm going to have to pick. So I picked an iron brew. I did. I'm happy with myself. I picked an iron brew. I can't believe it. I can't wait to have a sip. Anyway, I can keep a blank mind sitting in this car park, just thinking to myself, what an amazing world, what an amazing life I've got. Astonishing. Anyway, you lot, I am going to have to move from this car park at some point because I have got to go to work and be a robot and do the same as I do every day and do what someone else tells me to do so I can earn some money to pay the bills to live, or survive I should say, so that I can then have something to eat which costs a fortune, go to sleep, wake up again and come and do this again tomorrow. Yeah. Like a robot. Oh. It's amazing. I can't believe it. I'm in absolute shock. What a great life. Anyway, if you want to see that petrol RC car that I showed you earlier on, I've actually, at this point, I've stripped it all apart. The top end's taken out, the piston's flopping around in there, and I've been on to a couple of websites. One website what sells them cars, where I actually pulled it from. They do sell pistons, rings, cylinders. They sell all the parts I'm going to need to repair that, because it's blown up. Bang, kaboom! After 3 runs, 3 times running it, blown up. So if you want to see all of that come together, I'll put some links probably in the description. Maybe those little card things on the top right hand corner. I'm getting reasonably good at remembering to put those there. I normally say I'm going to put a link or a card, but I don't do it, I forget. But I'm getting quite good at putting them there. So if you want to win a T-Max or watch that petrol RC car be repaired, have a look at that. If not, have a lovely day. And I'll see you on the next video, whatever that may be. I don't know, because I'm human, you see. And I don't know what's coming up next. Nobody knows what's around the corner. You should never take anything for granted. I mean, I might not be able to make a next video. I don't know. I hope I do. But I just don't know. Anyway, cheerio, you lot. All the best. And the next time you get a minute, or even just 30 seconds, clear your mind and just look around and think to yourself, this is an amazing place. But is it too amazing? I don't know. All the best, you lot. Take care. I'll see you later.